Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Leadnap Gaming. Today we're talking all about the Hercules Starlifter, the C2, M2, and A2. Today we're going to be doing a sort of pre-buyer's guide to the Hercules, which is soon to be released into the verse. Which one to buy though? What makes them different? Well, that's what today is all about. Keep in mind, the A2 is a contender for our 10k sub giveaway, and to enter, all you need to do is be subscribed and comment below. Up first, the C2. This is the civilianized version of the Hercules, and when introduced in 3.13, it will be the largest cargo vessel in the game. And of the known concepts today, it will be the largest contained dedicated cargo vessel going forward. The C2 is projected to bring all 624 SCU capacity with a crew of 2, meaning this will be a ship you can solo even after multi-crew gameplay has been beefed up. Next is the M2, the original version of the ship, designed to bring heavy weapons and follow-on logistics into newly established beachheads for the UEE Navy. The M2 has an extra crewman to man the chin turret and features heavy armor, which is a trade-off for about 180 less SCU based on what we've been given from CIG. This places it about 100 SCU behind the Caterpillar, though it has better protection for that cargo and a smaller crew. Last is the A2 variant, a dedicated bombardment vessel, which has 4 additional turrets facing down towards the surface, which it will soon dispense up to 60 additional bombs from the bombing racks that consume the majority of its cargo deck. The ship is also listed as having a full crew of 8 in order to manage all of this ordnance. All of the Hercules variants share a hull design and feature set that closely resembles the newly released Star Runner. The entire lower deck is the cargo deck, above which is the crew deck, arranged along a principal hallway. The C2, M2, and A2 are all identical in size, sharing a hull and layout. The only differences are the armor, suite, and internal changes that separate the variants by what they're supposed to do. Based on recent pictures from CIG, the neck space behind the escape pods will house the remote turret stations side by side, just like the MSR. This means, especially on the C2, which will have a single gunner, that the ability to swap between its 2 remote turret stations will be quick and easy. Still, even up to the A2 with all its extra turrets, this will help smaller crews manage all of the weapons. The C2 and M2 will both feature similar berthing and living spaces to the Crusader line MSR, with berthing and hygiene on one side and a common area on the other. The A2 is being developed separately, though the expected changes are only in the crew habitation, since we have a standing image of the turret control room, which would be the only other station that would need to be different, aside of course from the bomb version of the cargo deck. Manufactured by Crusader, we should expect good speed from the engines Crusader's renowned for. The ship should also be very good in atmosphere, since that is one of the other hallmarks of Crusader. This is also evidenced by the VTOL engines and the design requirement that essentially this is a large dropship. Traders looking to work the niche between major docking ports and planet surfaces will be quite satisfied with the C2 and M2 offerings. The same is true of traders looking to run the full route through space, with the M2 likely being preferable as the added armor and weapons offer a little more protection for that lesser patrolled space. All 3 versions offer a pair of size 4 pilot-controlled weapons, though their placement and housing could prohibit them from being gimbaled down. Likewise, Star citizens who do not like the view from the bridge of the Freelancer or the Herc's clone the Starfarer will not like the airliner-style bridge of the Starlifter. The same will be true for those who don't like the landing height of the Connie bridge, as the Starlifter bridge sits very high above and forward of the landing gear. The Starlifter is also likely to be a major fuel burner, like Crusader's Mercury Star Runner. If you're strictly interested in the cargo capacity and a future of commodity trading, the C2 is ideal, especially if you do not intend to be part of a larger cargo organization. Those looking to run cargo in less controlled space or less legitimate goods should consider taking a slight hit to the cargo capacity and take the M2. An extra crewman will also of course dent the profit margin, but the heavy armor and sizable shields will ensure the cargo arrives and you get paid. Citizens who are looking to move ground vehicle fleets either for mining or combat purpose should stick to the M2 as well, though ground mining operations could consider potentially taking the C2 for its added space. Cargo haulers and mining outfits should still continue to consider the Caterpillar though. Still a tough nut to crack shield-wise, and falling in the middle of the cargo gap between the two, the Cat has modular features that may someday include vehicle repair, refining options for fuel or minerals, as well as a lot of other possibilities. The C2 and M2 are dedicated cargo ships, and will not have modular options, with both being substantially more expensive to own and operate. This is a pre-buyer's guide, so let's talk about price. Currently, the C2 is in the sub $400 bracket at $360, with offerings on the gray below $300. On release, the C2 is likely to rise, but probably not out of the sub $400 bracket, though it could go as high as $420. Buyers looking to price lock a C2 may consider an Aquila to C2 CCU from the gray for less than $100. The M2 is currently priced at $480, which is absurdly high, particularly given the difference between it and its $120 less C2. The price of this ship is less likely to rise as a result, but even if it does, again, probably only by $10 to $20. Buyers on the gray for the M2 need to be very careful. There are a handful of CCUs being sold from ships that have passed it in price, which are currently invalidated, and if it does experience a price hike, while those will become active again, it will then in turn invalidate a number of CCUs that come from it. The A2 was stock limited up until last year, and is priced in at $700. The A2 is not releasing in 313, and interested buyers should consider purchasing at Invictus if they want to lock the price in. Overall, the C2 stands as the best value to real cash buyers, as the price of an M2 and A2 place them in the range with other ships with similar cargo capacity but way more features. For in-game buyers, the M2 offers the best value with its added protection at the expense of some of its cargo capacity. The A2 is the worst value, as planetary bombardment will likely be of rare value and need. The added guns are all downward facing, keeping this from being a good gunship escort, and the astronomical cost for something so limited is a consideration you need to make. Let me know in the comments below, which are you most excited to have and what do you look forward to doing with them? Like this video and share it with your friends and fellow Herc fans, subscribe if you haven't, and I will catch you all next time.